Good morning. So today I'm making a gnome tree topper. Yeah, I'm not really sure exactly what I'm gonna do. I have an idea, sketched it out. I have gathered materials. I'm gonna be utilizing some trash, some found objects, um, possibly some foam clay, maybe some paper mache. I don't know if I wanna do the paper mache like proper paper mache. I might just use some heavy paper without actually doing the paper strips and wheat paste and whatnot. Um, so yeah, if you're into it, follow along with me, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, okay. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me all right. My microphone didn't come in yet. It's apparently en route, so it could be anywhere from now till 10 o'clock tonight. So if you can't hear me, then I'll probably do a voiceover. So anyway, so found objects. Well, I got thrifted the fabric from the one of my favorite thrift stores here in town. So I got some little plaid skirt, and then this is a giant poncho that's kind of like a fleecy material that I'm gonna use for the body. I think this I'll use for the hat. So it's kind of cute with the red, green plaid stuff going on. And then I've got a stack of various papers that I'm going to try and form the hat part. The body is going to be, I'm going to try to make the body this juice jug. I'm going to cut a hole out from the bottom at some point. I might not do it right away, just to, I don't know why. Structure, I don't know. But so essentially this is the gnome, and it'll go on top of the tree this way. And I might do something up here to add more stability for the hat structure. So I've got that. I've got my hot glue gun charging. Love this thing. What else? I've got some foam clay. I just got this in. I've not used this before, so should be interesting. So there'll be some drying time on that I'll have to account for. And then got a piece of this faux fur that is going to be used for the beard of the gnome. And yeah, that's the gist. So I'm gonna just dive in. Okay, so for the sake of time, and also for the fact that the audio is not great because I didn't have my microphone in yet, I'm going to speed this up and walk through, talk about what I'm doing. So here I'm cutting up strips from an old carton of ice cream sandwiches. It's that weight of craft paper, chipboard style paper, and so I'm going to add this to the jug here. This is going to, eventually it's going to form the hat of the gnome. So right now I am using masking tape to stick the strips of heavy paper to the jug, and then I grabbed some of this catalog paper to bulk out that hat. Then quickly switching gears to go ahead and cut out the bottom of that jug. I'm using my, it's actually my stencil cutter that will melt the plastic here. And it does a pretty good job. Takes a minute to get going because sorry, it's not a milk jug, it's an orange juice jug. But anyway, the plastic's a little thicker than my stencil plastic sheets, so it just takes a little bit, but it works, does the job well. Okay, back to forming the hat. Putting the strips on, I'm filling in the handle with those wadded up pieces of catalog paper, and just carrying on with adding the masking tape to the strips to form the hat. Just using the tape to hold everything together, and I'm bending that top bit of the form because I'm going to give a little curvature to the hat, because ultimately I'll put that fabric on there, and it will have a little bit of an overhang, a droop. So here I'm adding some of that wadded up paper inside of the hat to add a bit more structure. And here I'm trimming up the area where the nose and the beard will be. And now I am creating some little strips, some wadded up bits that are going to be adhered for the brim of the hat. Okay, so I've set aside the brim for the time being because I want to create little areas for the sides of the gnome that would resemble either arms or hips, you know, some little torso area. And then I can go back to the brim. Okay, so I'm talking about I need to fill out the backside of this gnome, but then I grab the foam clay, which I've never used before. So I've just pulled out a little bit to get a feel for it. And this stuff is very hydrated, and I'm just trying to give a feel for how it works. And so I decided to put that aside for a bit and work on filling out the gnome's derriere, because, you know, you need a little cushion when you're sitting. Okay, so I'm using some polyfill from an old pillow that I had lying around. And so I'm going to just bulk out some, I think I grabbed a plastic grocery bag, and so I'm just filling that with the polyfill and wrapping the masking tape around that, and then I'll tape all of that to the backside of the gnome. Hilarious. Okay, so I paused the camera and then forgot to start it up again. So I did a bunch of stuff off camera. I'm going to show you what I did. Okay, so I filled out the little booty here. Kind of cute, and it's gonna, these little side bits are gonna imply arms, maybe, I don't know. So I got it all taped up. The next thing I'm gonna do is add a little bit more of a brim in the back, I think. That'll be good. I got the piece of faux fur that's going to be the beard, and I need to trim the back. I want to give it either like a V or a curve, and I'll glue that on. like so, and so then it'll be curved, yeah. Carrying on. Okay, so here I am contemplating the nose, and so I took some of that polyfill from the old pillow, and I'm just forming uh, a very stout nose. Here I realize that I need to make a hole to be able to secure it to the tree, because this is a tree topper. Initially I used the X-Acto blade, but then went in with the stencil cutter, and that worked out really well. Now I'm using this fleece material to form the body, the bottom half of the body, and that'll fill out all of that is under the hat. And I'm going to leave a blank area again for where the beard is, because again, I'm going to be using a light inside of the cavity so the beard glows. And next I am just cutting a little hole in the fabric to line up with the hole in the plastic. Okay, so now I'm moving on to the hat. What is that? I guess it's a Phrygian cap. And I'm going to just ultimately drape and wrap that plaid fabric with hot glue. And again, off camera, I glued that faux fur that is going to be the beard of the gnome. Okay, as per my usual MO, I am switching gears again and working on the gnome's nose. Off camera, I had attempted to make the nose out of the foam clay, but I didn't want to wait. The drying time was going to take too long. And instead, I'm going to use that polyfill and some of the fleecy felt fabric. Okay, and so now we've finally arrived at the point where I'm adhering the cap fabric to the gnome. Okay, so I'm just wrapping and pleating a little bit, suggesting folds, potentially natural folds in this cap on the gnome. So just gluing it up, and you'll see here in a little bit as I complete wrapping it. It's not quite long enough, and I knew that going in, but I will trim that fabric and then use a bit of it to make a to finish out the pointy bit of the cap. So that's coming up here soon. Now right here, I'm just tucking under prior to gluing so that that brim looks finished. Okay, so here I'm just sort of eyeballing a little piece that I'll need for that pointy bit of the cap. And I'm going to put right sides together and glue that down, and then I'll turn it inside out and then adhere that with the hot glue. Isn't he cute? Cutie. Okay. So that's it. It's my. He's not heavy, you know, so that's cool. Yeah. He's cute. Oh, let me grab a light so you can see what it looks like with the light shining through. Okay, so and here you can kind of see off camera, I literally added some blush, actually I think, not blush, bronzer to the gnome's nose so that it appeared a little more pinkish, so that there was a bit of contrast between the nose and the beard. Okay, that's it. That's how I did it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Bye.